Today we want to touch on a couple of the lab indicators that we look at with neuropathy. Now there's lots that we can go through with labs. We have different tiers of labs that we look at, from general labs or autoimmune factors, gut health factors, inflammatory factors, beyond just these, many different ones. But even just going through some of the basic things, a lot of people when they get their labs, it's really just these upper things. They say, oh, I got all the labs, just being a CBC and a metabolic panel. Now, we definitely want to look at those, but that's far from comprehensive with neuropathies. All of these different things on the board are different factors that can influence a neuropathy. The A1C here, that's a clear one with different diabetic factors. But even people that aren't diabetic, certain people are just more sensitive to that glucose getting into the cell and affecting them from either an inflammatory standpoint or affecting neuropathy. The other big one that I get into is B12. Now, B12, the problem that I see with a lot of lab testing, if you only test for B12, you're going to miss a lot of things, because B12 won't show lab low until you're in a greater stage of deficiency, like a stage 3 deficiency. But a better thing to test for is methylmalonic acid. When methylmalonic acid is high, we know that B12 is low, because your body needs active B12 in order to convert methylmalonic acid into its next thing. So we can have somebody in a seemingly normal range of B12, say 450. Now, most labs will say above 300 is good. That's still a pretty crap level. We want to see it really above 500. But even if it shows lab normal, but that methylmalonic acid is high, we know it's a problem. If we're on vitamin Bs, the other thing with the B6 that we look at a lot is what type of B6 is somebody taking. There's one type that if it's consumed, it can contribute to neuropathy as well, because when we look at a cell, say it's a nerve cell and different receptors here, if you have the wrong type of B6, it's an inactive form, it'll sit in that receptor and block the good B6, block it from getting in, and that becomes a problem as well. So different lab indicators that we can dive into, look at the more functional ranges versus just lab low or lab high, and really optimize your lab values and optimize your health for better healing.